moved out and I took David Raksin's class. We had to write a cue in our spring semester. We never walked out with videos. We just got the music editors and breakdowns of the scene in tenths of seconds. And that's what we went by. Nothing visual. And my first cue for him, I'll never forget. He recorded it with UCLA students, and then he critiqued it the following week. Because my last name is Young, I was the last guy in the class whose cue he reviewed. He listened to my cue, played it for the class, and he said, "Chris, my boy, I'm sorry to tell you this, but this cue is no good." And I started crying. David Raksin doesn't like, yeah, he's right. It's time to pack up and go home. He saw me crying, and the class left, and I was sitting. I wasn't bawling like a little baby, but hey, the tears were, And he came and he patted me and was, "Chris, my boy, just remember, it's just a class. Now, next week for the recording session, be thinking of this, this, and this." And of course, I pulled all-nighters to make sure that cue went well. Fortunately, we recorded that, and he said, "Chris, my boy, better." And that's really all I needed to hear from him to want to stay. Because the head of the composition department at UCLA at the time said, "You know what, Chris, you have no talent really at all." And so I was heartbroken. On one side of the hall at UCLA, the head of the composition program was telling me to pack up and go home. And then finally, David Raksin said, "Better." And that's all I needed to keep me there.